Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iyer. From burnt to unburnt, he does that.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
We're just 3 weeks away from the WDA basketball tournament in Bismarck. Each team in the conference down to the final 5 games in conference play before those final tournament spots are decided. We're here in the Magic City of Minot for one game tonight between the Jamestown Blue Jays and the Minot High Magicians. 9th ranked Blue Jays in the WDA against the conference's number 2 squad, Minot High. Welcome into the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show with timely services that won't slow you down and no appointment needed to stay in your car. Drive through oil change service. Take about 15 minutes at any of the Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot or Bismarck. Find out more what they do online at VIOC.com. Alongside Bryce GUTKNECHT, I'm Owen Patterson on the call for this one tonight. Jamestown versus Minot, 2 teams on the opposite side, but 2 teams, Bryce, when you look at it through a very narrow scope, their last 3 games kind of playing the same basketball.
Yeah, Jamestown getting a couple of those wins in conference play, trying to ignite it, you know, at the end of their season, playing better as of late, have won 2 out of 3. You know, Minot, they're coming off that tough loss against Dickinson, a team that's handled them pretty well this season and played very well, especially, you said it, to be coming back from 2 double-digit deficits in the second half. Big win there by Dickinson as we look to see if the Magicians can rebound here tonight, my friend. Well, they've done it once before. Obviously, the early season loss to Dickinson. Later on in the week, a loss at home to Century, but then rattled off 5 wins in a row. It seemed like Minot High was officially back up to number 2 in the rankings until
Friday night in Dickinson, the Mountain Time Zone, where they lost. But hey, they did it once already. Why not do it again? They can bounce back tonight against the Jamestown Blue Jays.
Yeah, a team really capable of streaking, going on these 4 or 5 game winning streaks, and they're going to look to get hot here as March is upon us. I know it's 10 below today, but I looked at the future forecast. I'm looking forward to some 30 degrees, and as it heats up outside, it's going to heat up here in the WDA as well.
As for the Jamestown Blue Jays, a quick look at what they've done this season. Just coming into the year, had to deal with a lot of changes, just a lot of shakeup. Third head coach in 3 seasons comes in, albeit in his second tenure there in head coach Luke Anderson. You lose one of your starters before the year. He's out with an Achilles injury, and just things didn't seem to be going much right at all for Jamestown in that 0-13 start to the year. But the win over Mandan at home, that shook up the momentum for this team, and they're playing their most confidence basketball all year long.
You said it, head coach Luke Anderson. There's already a lot to deal with being a first-year coach. And everything you got to go through. You deal with some injuries, a really rough start to the season for Jamestown, but showing some life here. You talked about it, that huge win at Mandan, calling an upset if you'd like, kind of spark something in this Blue Jays team. We know what Newman's capable of, We're going to be saying his name a lot, his ability to score the basketball, but seems like things are really kind of trending in the right direction for this Jamestown Blue Jays team.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit more about Thomas Newman and the other top scorer in the WDA coming into tonight when we return to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. You're watching high school basketball on the PSP Network.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Jersey Mike's slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice, oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice, this is the rhythm of the slice, oh yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Welcome back to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show on the PSP Network. Let's start by setting up the matchup. Taking a look at the West Region standings coming into this Week 11 of high school basketball in North Dakota. Standings brought to you by Trusted Tire and Auto. Well, another loss for Minot High, their third of the season, but they don't fall any places. Still sitting in second, now 2.5 games behind the Century Patriots, and maybe everybody else waiting for the Patriots to fall again.
Yeah, don't forget, Owen, there's another matchup still to go. We still got, some teams got about 4 conference games, most have 5 left. The Magicians get another shot at Century. Going to be interesting to see if Century can hold this lead and secure that #1 seed in Bismarck for the West Region Tournament.
Yeah, we can't skip over teams ranked 3 through 6 before getting to Jamestown because there's a lot of intrigue going on in these last 3 weeks of the season. Dickinson and Legacy meet up tonight. Dickinson needs to beat one of those 3 teams to move up into one of those top 4 places.
2 teams playing very well, Owen. I've talked to you a lot about Legacy. We know about Dickinson's ability to score the basketball. Really fantastic offensive team. But like you said, that logjam, you got to beat some of those teams. They're sitting there with those 2 big wins over Minot High that everyone's talking about, but you got to beat the teams you're tied with too, and you're battling for position with.
And then we get to the bottom 4, the teams currently in line for a play-in game, and with just how far back they are, it seems like it's kind of set who those play-in participants will be. Jamestown is one of them. It's just a matter of will they be at home or on the road. They just picked up the head-to-head win over St. Mary's, putting them in 8th and a home play-in game at the moment.
Yeah, as you're looking at those standings, that's kind of, you would think, Jamestown's focus. I know you're doing it 1 game at a time, but if you can secure, home court for one of those play-in games, give yourself a shot to get into the big dance that is the West Region Tournament.
As for what the media thinks, last week's poll brought to you by Jerome's Collision Center came out on Wednesday, so a new set of rankings tomorrow. Obviously, Minot High, a big focus of this one, but as is Fargo Davies, 2 tough losses since these rankings came back out. It's all going to be a question of who's number 2 next week.
I don't know. I'm looking at it. You can make an argument for a couple teams there. There's a sneaky team. Legacy, maybe they can come up with that big win on the road. Maybe they slide up. Minot's looking to, right the ship tonight. They're all business here during warm-up saying, hey, we're a good team. I know we slipped up a couple times, but we play in the toughest conference maybe there is in North Dakota hoops. That is the West Region. So I'd anticipate some shuffling. I just don't know how much, Owen. There's been a number of slip-ups this last week, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, in case you don't know, Fargo Davies, the lone East Region team represented in the top 5 this week without Mason Clabo for that loss that they just suffered. So maybe you give him some points for that. He is on his way back this weekend, most likely, right before that EDC tournament for the Fargo Davies Eagles out of the East. All of it is in preparation for postseason time, and you can catch the WDA basketball tournament exclusively on PSP Network Plus. Today and tomorrow only. You're down to your last 2 days, procrastinators, to get the Premier Pass, $54.99 for all 10 PSP tournaments, which again start on Thursday. Limited time offer. Get it while you can at psp.network. Just 3 weeks away until we're in the Bismarck Event Center, Bryce.
You and I are going to get started Thursday, Owen. We got District 6 girls. I went and checked out a little action this afternoon in the playing games, but we're going to be there for while the bracket's set for the 8 teams. You and I are going to be kicking off that one, and then look at that loaded schedule. We're so excited. Like I said, I rested all weekend. I am ready to go. I'm going to be running on Red Bulls and coffees and double shots. I'll be ready to go, Owen.
That is, again, only on PSP Network Plus. Find out how you can purchase anyway, whether it's 1 day, 1 tournament, or all 10, today or tomorrow only, with the Premier Pass at psp.network. Well, the players all ran off the court already, so let's talk about them while they're gone with our Prestwich Orthodontics Player to Watch segment. Prestwich Orthodontics specializes in braces and Invisalign for all ages. They offer 0% financing and free consultations, virtual or in office, to enjoy professional treatment in a fun, relaxed atmosphere. Find them online at minotbraces.com. Well, we have an entire graphic this week for the top 10 scorers in the conference, but why mess with that when we have both number 1 and number 2 tonight? We'll start off with the WDA's leading scorer from Jamestown, Thomas Newman, puts 23.8 points per game on the board, but you'll notice, Bryce, he's one of just 2 players in double figures nightly for Jamestown.
Yeah, really carries. To say he carries the offensive load might be the understatement of the year for this Jamestown team, a kid who can score the ball at all levels. I'm kind of looking at everyone else tonight, see if Newman gets some other people involved. It's some of these other names. When you're trying to pull up an upset, we're going to call it that, of this caliber, got to have to try and get some contributions from guys like Colpin and Perkins. Those other guys are going to be huge tonight. Look for Minot High. Have a lot of attention on Mr. Newman.
Yeah, right to your point. In that Mandan upset win, Braxton Perkins 26 points in that one against the Braves to get the job done for the Blue Jays in their first win of the season. As for the player trailing Thomas Newman for the conference lead in points, it's Peyton Shell of Minot High, just a half point per game lower at 23.1, but he's one of 2 Minot players scoring 20 points tonight, along with Eric Winchesky.
I'm going to talk a little bit about defensive side for Shell. I know Shell can fill it up. He scores it at every level, shoots the 3 at a high percentage, relentless attacking the rim going downhill. How about the 33 blocks, Owen? Just the wingspan of Shell. Look for him to maybe spend a little time tonight, maybe face guarding, going one-on-one with Thomas Newman. Going to be fun to watch.
Way to go against the theme, Bryce. I thought we rehearsed this segment.
I'm going to talk a little defense, Owen.
Why not? That's always a good thing. Maybe we'll talk more defense when we return our Northern Plains Heating Air Keys to the Game. That's next on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Another reminder, this is the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. They know you're busy. That's why when you visit any of their service centers in Minot or Bismarck, I was there over the weekend. Valvoline Instant Oil Change technicians can typically perform a full-service oil change in about 15 minutes. Find out more what they do online at VIOC.com. Let's talk a little keys to the game here, Bryce. Brought to you by Northern Plains, with over 25 years of experience as your heating air experts and a factory-authorized dealer for AeroSeal. There's no other choice to seal your heating air game than Northern Plains. Find them online at northern-plains.com. For the Jamestown Blue Jays, hey, 2 out of the last 3. Let's get things rolling here in the final couple weeks. Just keep the confidence tonight in Minot.
Yeah, got to have that tonight. We talked about Newman. Everything's going to be through him, but like I said, going to have some major contributions. Some of these guys are very capable of doing it. We talked about Braxton Perkins, his big night versus Mandan. Going to need something special like that tonight to walk in here in the Magic City Gymnasium and pull off this W.
As for Minot High, 1-1 this season, playing after a loss so far. They just can't look in the rearview mirror tonight.
Yeah, kind of refocus. They know it's a gauntlet. The WDA, I watched warm-ups, Owen. They are all business tonight. Everything they're going about. You see Coach Winchesky down there. He's watching them warm up. He's ready to go, coming off that tough loss at Dickinson. Hey, refocus, right the ship here, see if you can get on one of those other streaks. now is the time to get hot, Owen, before region play starts here.
Absolutely. Well, let's take a look at what we've got this week on the PSP Network while we have a little bit of time. 4 broadcasts tonight, 3 from basketball gyms and 1 from the Mesa Arena just down the road here in Minot, North Dakota. And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the Minot Auditorium will bring you the quarterfinals through the championship of the Girls District 6 basketball tournament. Plus, there's some more basketball as well from Garrison, Legacy, and the 16th Street Showdown Part 2 on Saturday between Minot North and Minot High. It's time now for our national anthem here in the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Let's turn it down to our public address announcer.
Prior to the start of the game, the nation's colors will be presented by the Minot High School Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard Detail. The Color Guard Detail is commanded by Cadet Second Lieutenant Anna Brayhawk. Tonight's anthem will be performed by Minot High School 9th grader Akenna Hoffman. As always, please remain at attention and hold your applause until the colors have been retired.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I want a round of applause for Akenna Hoffman.
We've got WDA basketball on the PSP Network when we return from this commercial break.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
as is expected, as much as you don't want to see it. Injuries just part of every season, it seems. Minot High has had their fair share recently. Fisher Johnson in the Minot North game, he's back, returned during the 3-game road trip in the starting lineup again tonight for head coach Dean Winchesky. Eric Winchesky went down in the second half against Dickinson. He's all right tonight, back in the starting 5. It's back to the opening night starters for Dean Winchesky, the head coach of the Minot Magicians, in his 17th season with the program. For the Jamestown Blue Jays, they also had to deal with injuries really since the season before it even started. Noah Meisner, a projected starter, from a year ago, he went out with an Achilles injury. He's going to be out the length of his senior season. But they do get Jackson Colpin, a senior forward at 6'4", back after missing 4 games, played very limited minutes against Legacy last weekend. Jamestown in the blue, Minot High in the white. There's the tip-off, and we are underway with WDA basketball tonight on the PSP Network. Magicians with the basketball first, knocked out of bounds there by Thomas Newman. Just 11 seconds came off the clock. Schaefer, Johnson, Winchesky, Bedell, and Shell, the starting 5 for the Magicians this evening. Right away, it's Eric Winchesky for 3, just a little bit short there. The rebound down to Newman. Of course, we mentioned in the pregame show, 23.8 points per game. One of 2 in the lineup right now, scoring double figures. Colpin the other at 10.5. Trying to get him the basketball there, but it's a steal by Shell.
And he talked about Shell. He gets the assignment early on Newman.
Shell out to Winchesky. Eric starts 0 for 2 tonight from beyond the 3-point line. A foul, though, called on Newman. Just held on to Bedell there, boxing him out.
I'm going to reiterate about those injuries. It's really good to see Fisher Johnson back. I haven't been at the old Magic City campus in a while, and I've been up north a lot doing some Class B action as well. Fisher Johnson, a huge contributor since he's been back from injury for Minot High.
Shell can't get that shot to fall, just rolls off the rim, no good. And we're still scoreless, nearly a minute into today's game from the Magic City campus gymnasium. Caleb Sheely lost the basketball there. Newman, though, picks it up for the Blue Jays and went walking before dribbling the basketball. Starting 5 tonight for head coach Luke Anderson, Braxton Perkins, Thomas Newman, Caleb Sheely, Ryan Collenbach, and Jace Dillman. 5 seniors in the starting lineup for this Jamestown team.
And like I said, they're going to have to be huge tonight. Talked about Newman a lot, but see if these other guys can get it going offensively as Winchesky gets the scoring started this evening.
First points of the evening go to Eric Winchesky after those 2 misses. Into the corner and another Jamestown turnover.
Yeah, just really sloppy starts here. We saw that foul on Newman, now a couple turnovers. That defensive pressure kind of ramping up by the Magicians here.
2-0 Minot on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. Find them online at bnc.bank. Bedell, nice find to Grayson Schaefer. 4-0 lead for the Magi.
Little big guy to big guy there. Great find by Bedell. First bucket of the night for Schaefer.
It's Schaefer chasing Thomas Newman around the court, at least in the early minutes of this first half. A missed shot from the short corner by Braxton Perkins. Winchesky jump pass out to Shell. He's going to drive, gets into the lane, puts up the shot with the right hand. Just, again, couldn't get it high enough.
I like that, though. Go attack Newman, try and get that second foul on him just a couple minutes in. Good sign for Minot High. Peyton Shell not settling.
Blue Jays looking to get their first points of the game. They might get it from the Serve Pro free throw line from Jace Dillman. Draws the foul against Fisher Johnson. Dillman, a 50% free throw shooter this year. First one is in. Jamestown has their first point today, and into the game off the bench, Jackson Colpin. He had missed 4 games, including both of Jamestown's victories against Mandan and St. Mary's. Came in only a little bit against the Legacy on Friday, and he's the first off the bench tonight for the Blue Jays. Right on his season average, Dillman 1 for 2. Turnaround shot by Landon Bedell is missed. Luckily, there's Grayson Schaefer for the Magi. Rebound and the putback points.
That Schaefer's game so good. Such a good offensive rebounder. Already a couple buckets in this one in the first couple minutes.
Colpin off the bench and into the box score with a corner 3.
Really good sign for Jamestown. Colpin, little catch and shoot, knockdown three.
Immediately, though, in transition, as we've noted many times this year, what Minot High does so well. Johnson, he's going to the Serve Pro free throw line. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. First free throw from Johnson is good.
Checking in for the Blue Jays, number 14, Max Rittenbach, and number 20, Madison Walters.
Minot High had quite the hot start when these teams met in Jamestown earlier this year, to the tune of 60 first half points, on their way to a 100-55 win over the Blue Jays.
Switch that defense up, go to that full court, trying to set up a trap there was Minot High.
Max Rittenbach tried to catch that pass in the lane, just couldn't control it.
Great find.
Wincheski to Peyton Shell. Our, should we call it, first dunk of the night? Maybe more to come.
What a find by Eric Wincheski. Moving without the basketball was Peyton Shell, getting rewarded with a slam time.
Colpin had his shot partially blocked there by Peyton Shell. 10-4 lead for Minot High on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Right down the floor, Wincheski to Landon Bedell. Up with the left hand. He's asking for a foul, won't get it.
I like that, though. Good patience from Bedell there. Regather yourself. Try to finish with the offhand.
Corner three, Rittenbach, it's good. Jamestown, a team that shoots just 27% from the three-point line. Both of their field goals tonight from beyond the arc. Bedell for Minot High for three, counters. And it's back to a 6-point Minot lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. First International Bank and Trust timeout.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
First International Bank and Trust, a full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built a bond between their employees and customers. Founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Arizona. Find them online at FIBT.com. Our timeout sponsors on the PSP Network. Timeout called by the Blue Jays, and well, the last time we were here, I know you weren't, but first timeout, Minot High throws out the press.
Yeah, they're really going for that trap. It's been successful as they get a steal here. Wincheski out in transition.
Could this be dunk number 2? Grayson Schaefer. And that one gets a 7.7 from me.
Wincheski finding his teammates a few assists already in these first 4 minutes.
Shell with the rebound. Minot High playing with a lot of pace right now on offense. Wincheski back out to Peyton Shell. A miss. Long rebound. Bedell throws it back into play. Collected there by Madden Skunberg. And the Blue Jays trying to find an answer to this little run from Minot High. Short shot outside the lane is missed by Jace Dillman.
Everything just so highly contested. Minot really bringing the defensive intensity here tonight.
Jalen Gunville into the game for Minot High. He misses the three. And another three on the other end for the Jamestown Blue Jays. Edison Walters.
How about Jamestown? 3 guys off the bench, no hesitation. 3 knockdown threes.
They still trail 15-10, make it 18-10 as Shell connects from downtown.
Already 5 scorers in the game for Minot High. Great balance attack.
Swing it around to Dillman. Near side again, Walters. Threw it back into play. Somehow finds Dillman. And now we're going to get a shot clock reset. Without a shot, so down to 15 seconds for Jamestown.
Well, hats off to official Lane Fleur. I saw him over at the auditorium. Then he made his way over here to do a little Minot High in Jamestown. These officials are so busy, Owen.
Is he reffing at the auditorium?
Yeah,
he
reffed the game, and now
Wow.
he's doing another one here. So hats off to the officials. They might be more busy than us, Owen, this
sure.
time of season. They do a great job.
Thomas Newman back into the game for the Blue Jays. Going up to the tin and gets the layup.
I like that. Show one hand, finish with the other. Newman getting his scoring kicked off tonight.
Gunville looking inside for Cale Workman. Looks like the Blue Jays in 2-3 zone here. Minot moving the basketball. Shell back to Schaefer. Oh, we'll count it. We'll
It
count
counts.
it. And the dunk contest continues for Minot, their third here of the first half.
You see Colpin, he didn't want any part of that. Schaefer coming down the lane.
Newman kicks it out. Walters, how about another one? Not going to get it. Rebound to Eric Wincheski. Workman, Gunville, Schaefer in the corner, doing it all for the Magi here in the first half is Grayson Schaefer.
Schaefer, a guy who's really been elevating his game these last couple weeks. Good find there by Gunville. Quick pass to the corner, open three.
All of a sudden, Minot High's lead is 11, and Edison Walters lost the basketball out of bounds. Pass left right through his hands there from Newman. Today's game on the PSP Network brought to you by Minot State University. More than 96% of recent Minot State grads employed or continue their education. MSU grads get jobs, period. Be seen, be heard, be you at MSU. Wincheski from the free throw line. He lost the basketball. Pressure there by Jackson Colpin.
Yeah, we talked about Eric Wincheski had a injury out there, and Dickinson, really good to see him not missing any time, looking like himself tonight. Been the distributor early in this one for Minot High.
Madden Skunberg. It's back outside the three-point line, and last touch by Gunville. Nearly another Jamestown turnover in this first half. Just the 4 made field goals for the Blue Jays so far. 3 of them from 3. Newman with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it up with the left hand. Goes after his own rebound and is fouled.
Like that downhill, Newman going downhill, attacking Wincheski. Wincheski did a pretty good job bodying him there, but the foul's going to go on Jensen. He just checked into the game, a guy who's really given Minot some really good minutes, another dimension off the bench for Coach Wincheski.
Well, Nathan Jensen, when Fisher Johnson was out, he was in that starting lineup for the Magi. Up and under there for Braxton Perkins.
Perkins, a little fancy, like you said, the up and under finish. Yeah, good call there.
Yeah, Shell turns the basketball over there, or sorry, it was offensive foul against Minot High. It's their third foul, the second personal foul against Johnson.
It's a good call. You see that extension, Owen, that little elbow trying to create a little room with Fisher Johnson. He got caught.
23-14 to Minot High on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. 10:05 to go. There goes Perkins again. And he is fouled. Bedell trying to block that shot from a few feet away.
Nice little head fake there by Mr. Perkins there. Getting Bedell up in the air and wasn't able to finish, but a couple opportunities from the Serve Pro free throw line.
Serve Pro 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It is Serve Pro. Second free throw from Perkins is good as well. The new leading scorer for the Blue Jays with 4 points. We'll take another timeout here on the PSP Network, brought to you by First International Bank and Trust.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Today's broadcast of high school basketball on the PSP Network. Also brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. Over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts and the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. There's no other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains. Find them online at northern-plains.com. Long three from Peyton Shell. It's still good.
Shell starting to heat up. We talk about him. One of the top offensive threats in the region. He's already got 8 in the ball game.
Earlier we spoke about the first half that Minot High had in Jamestown in the earlier meeting this season, 60 points, but over the course of the whole game, Peyton Shell, 35, gets a block there. He also had 6 blocks in that game against the Blue Jays.
I want to talk about the recovery there as he shoots another 3 here.
Even farther out for Peyton Shell. Timeout Jamestown. Enjoy this Ryan Family Dealerships replay as we go to break. 29-16 Minot.
Last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Well, you Coach Anderson's position here. 2 incredibly long threes from Peyton Shell. What do you even do about that?
Yeah, I mean, you got to extend the defense, maybe make him drive, make him go downhill, try and force the basketball out of his hands any way you can. A lot easier said than done, Owen.
Into a 3 for the Blue Jays. Another one, this time from Caleb Sheely.
Already the 4th made 3 of the game. We still got about 9 minutes here in the first half. The problem is Minot High's got 5 of them, and Shell's really starting to heat up.
Jensen to Schaefer. Get it to Shell's side here when Jesse going the other way. Nice find again. Son early on. And it happens twice. Landon Bedell on the assist to Grayson Schaefer.
Big man to big man again. We've seen it a couple of times tonight, Owen.
Newman on the drive. Half the glass, no good. Schaefer up for the rebound. 31-19 Magicians. Shell gets it on the baseline there. Fouled on the shot attempt by Jackson Colpin. 2 free throws coming up for Peyton Shell. He was one of those players, shoots over 80%. They get to the free throw line this year. Oh, they called that against Thomas Newman.
Was it Newman? Yeah.
No, there we go. Now it's on Colpin. He was the only one there.
If I'm Newman, I'm looking at a teammate and say, hey, you got to raise your hand here. I can't get my second. Help me out here.
Yeah. It is a miss from the free throw line for Shell. Shell has another opportunity.
Checking in for the Magicians.
Second free throw good for Shell. 12 first half points for the senior.
A little shaken up after that, Owen. I'm not sure if it's maybe an ankle situation. I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but yeah, he's a little shaken up. He's walking it off. I'd expect to see him back here shortly.
Newman goes right back against Grayson Schaefer and scores. Second bucket of the game for WDA's leading point getter. Winchesky skips it to Jensen. Catch and shoot 3. That's good too. 6-3 of the first half for the Magi.
Well, Jensen getting in the party off the bench. We talked about him heightening his game. Little knockdown 3, no hesitation.
Colpin keeps that pivot foot down out to Edison Walters. Rebound tipped to Johnson, 3-on-3. Johnson lobs it up to Bedell, has to get it out of his hands, finds Schaefer. Thought about the three. Winchesky drives, shot fake, gets open, too strong off the glass. Second chance, Eric Winchesky, that one's good.
Nice job by Winchesky, his second field goal of the game. Hey, follow your own shot, good things happen, extending the lead for the Magicians to 16.
At 37-21 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard, final 7 minutes of the first half. Newman scores again, and now both offenses are on fire.
Newman is very gifted. First time seeing him live this year. He is so gifted at scoring in the lane.
Missed three by Mason Jensen. Quick possession there on offense for Minot High. The rebound down to Colpin. Newman, why not go one-on-one again instead? Fires a pass out to Perkins from the three-point line. It's missed.
Great find, though. He was wide open there in the corner.
Fast break for Minot. Johnson to Jensen for two.
Little J&J there. Jensen, 5 points in the game off the bench for the Magicians.
Pass deflected out of bounds. Here's another look on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. For 50 years, Ryan has been a trusted name for car buyers in western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory online at driveryan.com. Well, if you like what you're seeing today on the PSP Network, why don't you subscribe to the YouTube channel? It's free to do. Also follow at Network PSP on Facebook, X, and Instagram. Stay up to date with all of our upcoming broadcasts throughout tournament time. Rittenbach missed the shot. Eventually, the rebound gets deflected out to Walters. Over his last three. Shell stops. He's back in the game, Bryce.
Yeah, good news for Minot High. And what does he do? He blocks the shot right away as Winchesky gets his third bucket here of the first half.
41-23 lead, the largest advantage for Minot High of the game. With 5:52 left in the first half of the PSP Network. Three on the way from Braxton Perkins. Schaefer didn't have a hand up.
5 made threes from Jamestown, really shooting the ball a high percentage from long range here in this first half. Got to start stringing some stops together, though, if you're the Blue Jays.
One of the longest possessions Minot High has had in a while. Winchesky steps into the lane, drew about 4 blue jerseys there and missed the layup.
That's a good take, though. Eric Winchesky downhill, you'll take that a lot if you're your coach, if your dad there.
Perkins gave the basketball up, try and get it back. Deflected out of bounds by Minot. Schaefer to the bench, Rittenbach as well. He's got a bloody nose. That was a couple possessions ago, I think.
Checking in for the Blue Jays, Chase Dillman, Thomas Newman.
Coming up next, we have the Magic Towing halftime report. 701-509-40111. Remember that number for Magic Towing, serving western North Dakota. Take a look at the first half stats and some scores from around the WDA. Jamestown and Minot High, the girls' game taking place in the Buffalo City at the moment. Offensive rebound by Newman, 0 for 2 there in the lane.
Really a couple nice opportunities there, but you see Shell going straight vertically. Not going to get a foul called. Really good defense by Shell.
Into offense, but a missed shot from the corner. Braxton Perkins. Hands off to Jace Dillman. One of the top players that assists for the Jamestown team. Obviously led an assist by Thomas Newman, but Dillman not far behind at about 3 a game. Walters on the run. Pull up from the free throw line. A miss. Rebound out to Winchesky. Uncontested to get that rebound. Trying to cross up Dillman. Ooh. Spins past him. And one for Eric Winchesky. Put it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
How about the little spin cycle there by Winchesky? So hard to guard in transition. Giving himself the N1 opportunity.
43-26 Magi. And, well, it was a couple possessions earlier when Rittenbach got that bloody nose, because now they're spotting it all over the court. Before Winchesky will shoot the N1 free throw attempt.
Coach is having a little fun there. Coach Anderson saying, hey, Coach Coach Dean, can I get that towel, clean up some of this blood, get this game going, keep it continuing?
Coach Winchesky well out of the coach's box right here. Well, today's game on the PSP Network, brought to you in part by the UPS Store. Located on South Broadway in Minot, inside the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. Open Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 7, on Saturdays from 8:30 to 3. It's the UPS Store. All right, back to basketball here in the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. 4:19 to go first half, 43-26 Minot over Jamestown. Now 44-26 as Winchesky finishes the three-point play. Everybody's pitched in a little bit for this Jamestown offense to get to 26 points, led by Braxton Perkins with 7. Thomas Newman has 6, but other than that, nobody has made more than one field goal.
Gotta love it, though. You got, Coach Anderson, you got 7 scorers already in the first half. A lot of different players contributing.
It's an awkward play there as Colpin lost the basketball, avoided the travel in doing so, but also turned the ball over. Winchesky, drive and kick out to Workman off the dribble. Gets almost into the lane and scores.
I want to talk about Winchesky not forcing something there, giving it up to Workman, getting him in the scoring column. Now he takes the charge.
Nope, block from the opposite side. Oh,
oh.
The one ref I was looking at said block foul. And the one that really made the call, that's a charge against the Blue Jays' Jace Dillman. Second personal, fifth against the Blue Jays as a team here in the half.
Something Eric Winchesky does perhaps better than anyone in the state, Owen. Sacrificing his body, just the high IQ, putting themselves in position, gaining those extra possessions for Minot High.
And we did fool him earlier in the year by saying he had the record for charges taken in the game. I think he took 4 against West Fargo Cheyenne. That was pretty good.
Yeah, we had no idea what the record was. We were trying to establish one that night. So,
corner 3 by Walters is missed. There's Winchesky for another rebound. Back out to Shell. Nobody picks him up. Swish.
Such a great job trailing. Fill in your lane. Winchesky finds Shell. 6 made threes for the Magicians. The lead continues to grow.
Colpin shot fake. Got that mid-range to fall. Maybe could have been an and one there with Winchesky trying to block the shot. Instead, stays 49-28. Winchesky's turn for a long 3. 50 plus in the first half for the Magi.
7 made threes. It's been an offensive show by the Magi.
Gunville, Winchesky battling for the rebound. It goes to Eric Winchesky. He's fouled by Colpin there, trying to reach for the steal. Foul away from free throws are the Magi.
I don't really mind that foul, Colpin. I mean, Magi so good at transition. Say, hey, maybe let's slow this down. Make him go in this half-court set here.
The Ryan Family Dealerships replay of the Winchesky 3. Shell catch and shoot on the inbounds pass. Rebound eventually to the Blue Jays. Perkins right down the middle of the court, kicks it out to the corner. 3 by Caleb Sheely's no good. Now Minot's turn to run with the basketball. Shell up ahead to Bedell. Has to fake a couple times, but gets the strong layup to go.
Great job by Bedell, the control, the patience. He's up to 5 points in the game. I'll tell you what, this Minot High offense clicking on all cylinders tonight, Owen.
Perkins of the Blue Jays trying to catch up. Offensive rebound goes down to Walters. 2 guards there, playing big.
Walters, nice job off the bench here tonight. He's got 5 in the first half.
Schaefer, as Winchesky was looking up ahead.
How about this pace by Minot High, Owen? I'm trying to keep up on the stats end over here. We're going to check my math at the half.
Skunberg spins, passes out to Sheely. He's going to drive, lost the handle, gets it back. Out to Skunberg, guarded by Winchesky. 10 to shoot for the Blue Jays. Now Walters all the way around the world. Gives it up to Skunberg for 3. That's a name WDA fans are familiar with.
like that. Skunberg shooting it with some confidence there.
The brother of Gatorade State Player of the Year, Bowden Skunberg, currently playing at Illinois State University. Wincheski for a three. Minot might match or do better than their 60 points in the first half in the earlier meeting. Quick points there for the Blue Jays from Newman. 59-35, still a shot clock for the Magi. Wincheski gives it up to Jensen, all the way around to Shell. Jump stop in the lane, turnaround shot over Newman, it's good, and the Magi do one up their total from Jamestown, from in Jamestown earlier this year.
My goodness, what an offensive output here by Minot High as Jamestown's going to get the last shot here.
Down 61-35. Newman, 5 seconds, guarded by Jensen, hands off to Sheely. Three on the run is missed. Airballed out of bounds, and that is the first half. Minot High, defense to offense, transition basketball gives them a 61-35 lead. Magic Toying halftime next.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
For decades, NODAC Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. NODAC Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Time now for the Magic Towing halftime report. Remember their phone number, 701-509-4011. Whenever you need a tow, there's no job too big or too small for Magic Towing. Serving Western North Dakota. Again, that phone number, 701-509-4011. At the half, Minot High, a 61-35 lead over the visiting Jamestown Blue Jays. As for the individual numbers, turn it over to Bryce Gutnick.
I had to ask you a couple times. We had 96 points.
Yeah, I am not a good.
I take pride in getting it right, so I think I got it right. So I'm going to start on Jamestown side. Led in scoring by Mr. Newman, Thomas Newman, 8 points in the first half. Perkins added 7, Walters with 5, Kolpin with 5, Rittenbach with 3, Skunberg with 3, Sheely with 3, Dillman with a point. 36 in the first half for Jamestown. On the Minot High side, 3 guys in double figures in that first half. Led in scoring by Peyton Shell. He had 17, showing the whole arsenal there in the first half was Peyton Shell. Jensen added 5, Fisher Johnson with 2, Winchesky inside-outside game. He had 15 in the first half. Budell with 5. Shaper, big first half as well for him. He had 15. Workman with 2. 9 made threes by the Magi. 61 points in that first half. Everything clicking for Minot High.
Sure was. How about some scores from around the rest of the WDA? We'll start with the girls' games earlier this evening. Minot was in Jamestown earlier today. Defense led the way for the Magets in a 57-32 win over the Jamestown Blue Jays. Mandan, the offense is back for the Braves. 80 points against the Williston Coyotes tonight. An 80-52 win there at home. Bismarck High, elsewhere on the PSP Network, defeated Bismarck St. Mary's 57-52. Big win there for the Demons to try and lock up a top 4 spot heading into the region tournament. And Bismarck Legacy, a team that is really heating up, 88-56 win over Dickinson. Century and Minot North get the night off today. They played a double counter earlier in the season. As for some boys' scores rolling in so far, not many at all, just from the EDC. Games happening, though. Mandan and Williston. St. Mary's hosting Bismarck. Again, you can find that on the PSP Network. And Dickinson taking on Legacy. Well, when we come back after this commercial break, we'll have the second half of basketball from Minot. This has been the Magic Towing halftime report. Your score at the half, Minot 61, Jamestown 35.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Second half coming up with the PSP Network. It'll be Jamestown basketball to begin the second half today for the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Trailing 61-35 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Minot High's defense attacking the basketball once again. Kick out to Peyton Shell for 3, but a miss.
How about the vision? Some of these passes Minot High makes, just, you know exactly where someone is, it feels like, with Eric Winchesky. Some great finds here distributing the basketball tonight.
Jamestown looking for the first points of half number 2. Could have come from Jace Dillman. No. Too strong off the glass. Fisher Johnson up ahead to Schaefer. I think he could have ooped that one to Peyton Shell. Instead, it'll be a rebound in points for Peyton Shell. Did see 3 dunks in the first half.
Great follow there by Peyton Shell. He's up to 19, the game's leading scorer tonight.
Into the game for the Jamestown Blue Jays, Ryan Kallenbach. Was in the starting lineup. Didn't see much of him, though, in the first half. Braxton Perkins, jump shot. 1 foot in the lane. Another miss for the Blue Jays.
It's another really good contest there. Being disciplined was Bedell.
Bedell is stuffed by Perkins. Ball thrown back into play. Stays with the Magi. Winchesky for 3 on the pass from Shell. Third opportunity for the Magi. Bedell gets it to go.
Bedell cleaning up on the offensive glass. He's got 7. The first 4 of the second half belong to Minot High.
Newman on the drive. Gets it out to Perkins. His baseline drive ends in a shot, but a missed shot. Ball's across the half-court line before Jamestown even turns around to play defense. Offensive rebound again. Shell goes back up. It's 2 more, and the lead has stretched to 32.
Great job on the offensive glass here. Already about 3 offensive rebounds in a couple minutes for Minot High.
Newman flying through the air, but misses the shot. Shell runs a 3-on-3 up to Grayson Schaefer. That's what we're talking about.
How about the bounce pass to find from Shell to Schaefer? All Minot here in the second half, a little 8-0 spurt.
The art of the bounce pass up ahead in the fast break. That was one of my favorites. Really the only thing I did well on a basketball court.
Finding your teammates, distributing the ball, Owen?
Yeah, sure.
Took you for more of a shooting guard.
Well, sometimes. Jamestown still scoreless after halftime. We got the, obviously we mentioned in the halftime show, Minot North has the night off, so their coaching staff decided to sit right next to our broadcast position here at Magic City Campus Gymnasium.
Doing a little scouting for Saturday.
And their later meeting with Jamestown this season, which comes up on the 18th of February, a week from today. That's a very important game because Jamestown needs 2 wins, one of them being against Minot North to try and get that 7 seed, while the Sentinels can not necessarily play their way into the top 6 just because of the margin that is between them and Dickinson and Legacy. But to secure a home play-in game for sure for Minot North.
Yeah, have an opportunity to play that game on your home court as you try and cement your way to Bismarck. Really go a long way. Great find.
Missed there, though, on the nearly awesome assist by Caleb Sheely. Now, a win against Minot High wouldn't count for nothing for Minot North, that's for sure.
It'd be a fun little Saturday, and I know you're going to be doing district hoops that day, Owen. I'm lucky to be here with our good buddy Nick Holberg.
Winchesky having a tough time holding on to the basketball, and eventually gets fouled.
You see the face of Winchesky there. I don't know. He did kind of a 360 spin.
Well, it took him a while to get the steal.
Had about 6 hands on the ball from Jamestown trying to get the steal.
He's going to get the inbounds pass from Shell. 69-35, yeah, right down to Landon Bedell. Fadeaway shot is good. 71-35 Minot.
The ball movement, the distribution on full display.
Newman again trying to go one-on-one with Schaefer. That's really been his most successful move. Dillman over Winchesky. Still the Blue Jays scoreless in the second half. Schaefer gets it back out to Winchesky. Right out to Peyton Shell. He'll drive past the defense. Knocked out of bounds by the Blue Jays.
Said it, Owen. A couple really nice moves here. Jamestown, just nothing has been falling in this second half as Gunville checks into the ball game.
Winchesky keeps it himself for 2.
That's a move he loves. Get in the lane. You kind of get that flyby. The defender kind of flybys with that hesitation and the finish. First bucket of the second half for Winchesky.
Right back to Jackson Colpin. Jamestown has points in the second half.
Great move by Colpin. Once again, that patience. Nice finish by Colpin.
Bedell. There's about 3 players there that tried to guard him. Just got past all of them in one swift move.
Bedell is 4th player in double figures for Minot High. He's got 11.
6 of them in the second half already. 13:24 to go in the game. 75-37. Minot leading the BNC National Bank scoreboard. They know you're busy. Well, your life is busy. They'll make managing your money easy. Locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. Find them online at bnc.bank.
Got to see Landon Bedell sign his letter the other day, the MSUM Dragon commit. We're going to be calling his name on. He's going to be playing that defensive end position for the Dragons, wrecking havoc. Really gifted kid on the defensive side for Minot High this season.
Lots of North Dakota Preps athletes will be playing football and basketball in the Northern Sun next year. 2 there for Colpin again.
Colpin, correct, yeah. Colpin, nice little start to the second half.
Jensen on the pass from Winchesky, that's missed. Newman still just being followed around by Grayson Schaefer, not necessarily the...
How about Colpin? Really good defense by Jensen there, but kind of a little circus. Get it up on the rim. All the points in the second half, and now a turnover.
Oh, go back to the game here a year ago, and Colpin exploded in the second half as well, finishing with 9 points in the game, almost all of them after halftime. There's 2 more for Thomas Newman. He's back up to 10 points. I don't think there's been a night he hasn't scored 10 this year.
I like Newman a lot. His ability, he doesn't settle a lot, Owen. Jamestown with another steal out in transition.
Yeah, all kinds of turnovers being forced right now with the Blue Jay defense. Newman gives it up to Madden Skunberg for 2.
Nice little spurt. The first 10 belong to the Magi. Here are the second half. Nice little run here by the Blue Jays.
Cale Workman for 3. Another miss, and quick. Blue Jays down 30. Newman outside, a miss by Walters. Winchesky running past everybody, stops in the lane, out to Gunville. Jalen Gunville, catch and shoot. Workman tips the rebound out to Skunberg. Still a drought on offense for the Magi. Colpin just flips it up with the left hand. And at First International Bank and Trust, timeout on the floor. Now with the Blue Jays, a slow start, but 12 points here after first half.
We often think
whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, The team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
Today's game on the PSP Network is brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. Founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Arizona. Find them online at FIVT.com. Our timeout sponsor. 3 timeouts left for each team. Minot playing with a 75-47 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Workman spin move past Skunberg, just couldn't get the shot to fall. Bedell there for the offensive rebound. His putback is missed. And still loose. Gunville in there to take it away. Knocked it out of bounds by the Blue Jays.
I got to give some credit to Coach Anderson's team here. They kind of looked really flat to open the second half, but Colpin's really ignited them that last time. Little step through again, highly contested, finishing with the left hand. They're really competing here.
From the corner, Peyton Shell for 3.
Great out-of-bounds play there as Minot High gets into double-digit made threes. They've made 10 in the ball game. Shell's got 5, I believe.
Baseline pass there from Sheely out to Rittenbach. Missed 3. Wincheski, fast break, switches hands to the left.
Nobody picked him up. You see the speed, the turbo there by Wincheski.
Watch it again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay at the very end as we go to commercial.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Breathe in.
I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There's some things in life we can't control, but what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
Well, Coach Luke Anderson for the Jamestown Blue Jays. His first year back as the head coach of the Jamestown basketball program. He came out of the air, said 3rd different head coach in the last 3 seasons for the Blue Jays. It was Jacoby Lloyd who was there for a while. All those great Jamestown seasons to end the 2010s decade, including a undefeated state championship. Then 1 season under Coach Carroll a year ago, and back at it is Luke Anderson, who spent 3 seasons as the head coach of the Blue Jays before.
I like Coach Anderson. See if you can bring, solidify some stability at that head coaching position, that constant voice for this Blue Jays team moving forward for years to come.
Jamestown with the basketball. Rittenbach gets it out to Caleb Sheely, the 5'11 senior guard. Still with it. Now outside to Liam Fry into the game for the first time. Skunberg's 3 is missed. Shot clock was winding way down. Fisher Johnson finds Schaefer underneath.
Oh,
very dangerous
no.
play. Ooh. And Newman landed on his head and then just kind of got stuck. Schaefer the shot fake. And then Newman went for it. Just kind of got stuck there on the back of Schaefer. And while they tend to Thomas Newman, we will take a timeout on the PSP Network.
Bismarck and Minot seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, Our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling. It's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back. We elevate every space.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
Well, Thomas Newman looks to be all right as he walked over to the bench. Resume play here in Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Shell to Winchesky for 2. But Thomas Newman, I mean, he's a very special player. You can tell, one of the best just off the dribble. We've seen him take Schaefer to the hoop a couple of times today. Just a high effort guy, and those are plays that those kind of players try and make.
Yeah, it's great to see him. He kind of was chuckling, smiling, coming off the court. Obviously, that's great news for Jamestown. I think he's very fortunate. I know that looked very awkward and such, but I think the way he landed, I think it kind of took some of the force off, you know, where you're not landing on your back or anything else there. I think he, kind of the athlete in him there, kind of saved him from a serious injury. So it's great to see him walking off the court on his own power.
82-47, Minot High in the lead against the National Bank scoreboard. 8:45 to go in the game. Blue Jays with the basketball. There goes Shealy, near side, the corner. Gets past Shell. Kicks it back out to Skunberg. Nice shot fake. Gets past Winchesky to the elbow. How about the sophomore, Madden Skunberg?
You said it, the shot fake from Skunberg. 7 points in the contest for him. Nice evening for him.
Jamestown has rotated in a lot of different players off the bench this year, just trying to find a group that works during that 0-13 start. There's Eric Winchesky for 2, but it seems like Skunberg, they found something there, number 35.
Yeah, he's been really good offensively. Handles some of the ball handling duties as well.
3 for Max Rittenbach is good.
His first points of the second half, his second made 3. He's got 6 in the contest.
Schaefer on the other side. That's no good. Rebound to Fry for the Blue Jays. Trailing by 32, 84-52. The Magi advantage on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Rittenbach, straight up, no good. Shell for 3, not gonna get it. Well over 20 points tonight. Winchesky to Bedell.
Great caught by Bedell. Don't stand around. It's the moving without the basketball. Bedell right down the lane. Terrific second half from him tonight.
4 players with 10 or more points for the Magi today. Winchesky, he was looking for Shell all the way down the court, but Shell wasn't looking at him. Instead gives it up to Fisher Johnson. Johnson gets a screen from Shell, gets the pass from Bedell. Fisher Johnson for 2.
Another good pass by the big man, Bedell, to Fisher Johnson. He's got 4 points tonight.
Yeah, is going to fill up the stat sheet scoring-wise, this Fisher Johnson. Everything else, though, kind of does. The one big game for Johnson scoring. Here goes Shell. His second dunk today. Scoring him, where does that one land? I feel like we definitely shortchanged the one hand by Schaefer. That was pretty powerful. Gonna upgrade that to a 8-8. Give Shell here the 7-7.
Okay, I like that. I've been trying to keep up with stat book on it. You know, I look up and he got Schaefer throwing that down one-handed. I probably should have given that a little more love. I think you're right.
6:15 to go, second half. A new 5 on the court. Well, 3 new players on the court for Minot High. Here's Newman back in the game. Surprised kind of to see this late in the game Thomas Newman return after the injury.
It is a good sign, like I said, very fortunate to come away.
Top of the key, Skunberg. Bumped there by Gunville. Taven Archer in the game for Minot High. Got to travel there against Newman. So bring in Wilson Wald and Carson Brecky. I wanted to talk about Fisher Johnson's last game. Returned from injury and put up 15 points against Dickinson on Friday night.
It's a big thing he's a big piece, Owen, for what they're going to try and accomplish going forward, moving into Conference Grey, region tournament, hopeful for a state title berth. Fisher Johnson can do a little bit of everything. Important to have him healthy for this stretch run.
Yeah, Minot High, they have 4 games remaining. The next 3, Minot North, at Mandan, and at Century. Obviously 2 big road games there as we get into the end of February. Wrap up the season against Legacy.
Yep. Oh, Owen, you read my mind.
Bergman misses the free throw. Serve Pro free throw line. Three points this evening for the senior guard, Cale Workman. Thomas Newman fouled. Count the bucket and one. Foul goes against Jalen Gunville.
I'm going to say Newman looks just fine there, finishing through the contact. We talked about his ability to get in the lane that time. He's got the opportunity for the old-fashioned three-point play.
91-54 the lead for Minot. Look at what's next for the Jamestown Blue Jays. Will fall to 2-15 on the season. They go on the road later this week to the Carl Guard, take on Bismarck High. Turnover by the Magicians, and then 2 very big home games for the Blue Jays, Minot North and Williston next week. Got to call those ones must win for the Blue Jays.
Oh, they're must win, yeah. We talked about the importance of hosting that playing game. 2 games that Jamestown's really going to have to win in order to do so. When's the last time you were at the Carl Guard, my friend?
I was there just before Christmas.
Okay.
I'm
jealous. I haven't been there in a long time.
Called the Bismarck-Mandan game.
I haven't been there in a while, Owen. I love that place.
Not sure many visiting teams say
that.
Yeah,
you're not going to get a coach or even visiting players that are going to say that for sure.
Into the lane. Braxton Perkins on the assist from Thomas Newman.
Nice pass by Newman. Like you said, something you could probably force up if you're Newman, but finds a cutting Perkins in the lane.
Gonna get a whole new 4 players into the game for Jamestown. The next dead ball, there's 2 for Carson Brecky.
Brecky into the scoring column. Nice move.
93-56 Minot on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Still 3 minutes, 46 seconds to go in the game. It is a 30-plus point lead at 37. Is this not a running clock?
Oh, it'll stop on the free throws, and then, yep.
Or maybe I just haven't noticed it.
It's been running, yep.
Okay, well.
We've had a running clock, yep.
Into the game for Jamestown, Wyatt Limisand, the junior number 23. Abel Dola-Kellen, the junior wearing number 1. Liam Fry, junior number 21. Dillman airballs the free throw. Edison Walters back in for the Blue Jays as well. Brecky driving again. Full speed to the rim, but a miss. We've talked about a lot of different teams in the WDA tonight, whether meaning to or not. But the one team we are talking about, first place, Bismarck Century. one loss in conference play this year. It is to Bismarck High. They have a chance to get back at that, but these next 2 games, a chance to wrap up the top spot in the WDA as Madden Skunberg scores again.
Nice move by Skunberg, and I've kind of said this, Owen. I don't know if a team that highly ranked and that highly talented, that's kind of, in my memory, that kind of flies under the radar. We hear a lot of talk. Nice move by Archer there. Getting his name in the scoring column. Really seems like, you hear a lot of talk about Bismarck and Minot. 3-ball there.
Always happens when you start getting off topic. They start scoring. Edison Walters for 3. He's got 8 points in the game. Yeah, really ever since they moved into the #1 spot after beating Minot High, solidifying that #1 ranking in the state. Corner 3 by Wald is no good. Rebound down to Walters. So much else has happened in the WDA. You talk about Mandan's loss to Jamestown. You talk about just the chaos that has been that 3 through 6 group. Bismarck High, Dickinson's 2 wins, keeping them alive there in the top 6. And in a bye to the quarterfinals, Becky's layup is missed. So the Patriots haven't been in much of the headlines. They've just been taking care of business. Maybe it's better to fly under the radar like they have.
It might be. I think you might be right. And we talk about the log jam, and that 3 through 6. It's just kind of hard to believe that 2 of those teams are going to be going home when we do that region tournament. 2 really talented teams aren't going to qualify for that state tournament.
Yeah, 3 of those teams in the that group of 4, separated by 1 game, are on the PSP network tonight. Bismarck High is at St. Mary's. Legacy at Dickinson, the massive game. First half currently Legacy a 14-13 lead on the road, but still a long ways to go there in the Mountain Time Zone. 2 more for Edison Walters. He's got double figures today.
Yeah, that bucket puts him into double figures. Like you said, he's got 10. Nice game from him off the bench. Let's talk about the east side, Owen. There's a little congestion on the east
there
side,
sure
too.
Is.
The old Cheyenne starting to play well. How about Grand Forks Central's last couple weeks as well? They're playing better. Nobody's talking about Red River.
Well, they are losing to Moorhead right now.
Okay.
A
team who's played very well all season is Red River.
You and I, Bryce, well known for just claiming teams early on. Most of the time they're right. I put my claim to Grand Forks Red River there in the preseason.
I'm going to back you up on that.
Yeah,
you did.
I did.
You said it a number of times.
Currently #2 in the East. I think they do play Davies one more time before the EDC tournament begins. But man, we talk about who are the 4 representing each region. Obviously, the WDA, there's probably 6 teams, I'd say, that could take up 4 spots. The EDC, really, 8 of the 9 there are in contention.
It's going to be fun to watch that going on. A couple names I want to drop from the Red River side. Clefstead, remember that name, a really talented kid. Cameron Clefstead and Pierce Parks, 2 high performers on that Red Rivers team.
95-65 here in Minot. Dola Kellen, a missed 3. Clock is running under 60 seconds. Still a shot clock here for Minot. Chance to put up another shot. Workman to Brecky. Guarded there. Got a few more names to say for the Jamestown side. That was, Limasan already got him. And Walters might just dribble out the last 20 seconds. Minot High improves to 14-3 on the season. They get a win after that loss on the road at Dickinson. And they will prepare for Minot North, a rare Saturday conference game right here on the PSP Network from Magic City Campus Gymnasium. That does it for today's ball game. We've got the Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame show coming up next. 95-65, the final. Minot in the win column again.
Today. This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Welcome to the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com. Final score tonight for the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Minot High 95, Jamestown 65. The Magi jumped out to 61 points in the first half. Never looked back with that warp speed offense that they ran today in transition. For the final numbers, here's Bryce GUTKNECHT.
I'm going to start on the visitors' side for Jamestown, led in scoring by Mr. Kolpin. Nice second half by him. He had 13 in the contest. Dillman added a single point. Dola Kellen with 2. Sheely with 3. Newman, great to see him okay after that nasty fall. He finished with 12. Perkins with 9. Walters with 10. Rittenbach with 6. Gunberg, nice game from him. He finished with 9 for a total of 65 on the Blue Jays side. On the Magi side, led in scoring by Peyton Shell tonight. He had 26. Terrific outing by him tonight. Winchesky, he was terrific as well. He finished with 23. Archer with 2. Jensen with 5. Fisher Johnson with 4. Brecky with 2. Bedell, nice second half from him. He finished with 13. Schaefer with 17. Workman with 3 for a total of 95 on the Magician side. That gets us to our final from Minot High Gymnasium. Minot High 95, Jamestown 65.
Oh, we're still waiting for our Sport Clips MVP here post-game. Talk with him. Very tough decision tonight. There were a lot involved, as you just mentioned. Really starting on the defensive side and then quickly in the offense. I mean, how do you keep up with an offense or a defense into offense transition team that is running that fast?
I mean, it was right from the tip. It's just get it out, go. You could hear Coach Winchesky say, we're running, we're gunning. Minot High, we talk a lot of things about this team. That extra pass, kind of that unselfishness, they're always finding you're not settling. You're giving up a good shot for a great shot. The bigs, the Bedell and the Schaefer, the passing really stood out to me tonight when Chesky was finding his teammates as well, then really started to assert himself offensively. Great showing tonight. Great bounce back by the Magi.
Sport Clips MVP is coming up to our booth next on the PSP Network. Welcome back to the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show on the PSP Network. Talking now with our Sport Clips MVP of the game from Minot High, Grayson Schaefer. Well, I mean, it's always a good sign when you're running as fast as you do, forcing turnovers first, getting the offense, and getting the chance to throw down 4 dunks tonight. That must have been pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, we focus on transition a lot with our athleticism, so if we can get a few easy points on that, I mean, we're always going to take them.
I want to talk about the passing. It seems like, yeah, you could take this good shot, but you guys make that extra pass, and it turns into a great shot. You and Bedell really stood out to me tonight. Your ability to pass the ball, find the open man. Talk a little bit about the unselfishness of this group.
Yeah, we're a close group of guys, so I've said this before, we don't care who scores. We're going to pass up a good shot for a great shot all the time, and they're going to fall when we give that extra pass, so that's what we do.
How about your defensive assignment tonight against the top scorer in all of the WDA and Thomas Newman, just what you had to deal with tonight and how you got it done?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do the best, but he's a really athletic guy, so we just got to do our best to keep him out of the middle of the floor and then get some rebounds. He had a few, but, I mean, he's a good player.
Yeah, scores 24 a night, held him to 10 today. Pretty good job in getting the win. Congratulations on the victory today.
Thank you.
All right, our Sport Clips MVP of the game, Grayson Schaefer. Let's carry on with our planning team financial advisors, Shots Crossroads postgame show by handing out another award. The Magic City Home Leisure Move of the Game Spa and Home Enthusiasts at Magic City Home Leisure. They have a 5 out of 5-star Google rating with over 200 customer testimonials. You can find a hot tub that sounds pretty good on a negative 10-degree February night here in North Dakota. Move of the game, I mean, we've got 6 dunk nominees tonight. That's a lot to choose from. Is one of those it today, Bryce?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many that, like, I think we kind of downplayed that one-handed jam.
I definitely did. I apologize a second time tonight because that's something that I could never do. I should never judge somebody dunking. It has been elevated up to nearly a 9 for Grayson Schaefer.
Yeah, we didn't mean to. We weren't trying to downplay, the throw down there by Schaefer, but like you said, it was the whole arsenal. Yeah, I mean, we could have picked a number of things. The ability to shoot the 3-ball. I said it how many times? I'm going to say it one more time. I'm sorry. The passing ability of this team was on full display tonight. Great bounce back win. See if the Minot Magi go on another roll here in these last few region contests.
Yeah, 4 massive games still up next for the Magi. Minot North, the rivalry game at home, and then contest on the road against Mandan and Century, back home to close out the regular season against the Legacy Sabres. No excuse is a good excuse, but for the scoring the dunks, I will say I've been watching a lot of Caleb Vandegreen at Minot State recently, and that guy, he can get up there. Very powerful dunker for the Beavers.
Yeah, he's got some athletic ability. And hey, so did Peyton Shell. He was terrific tonight. He showed his athletic ability when Chesky just really starting that break, and he doesn't settle. He's just getting in that lane. He's finishing. He's drawing fouls. He's such a good passer. Minot High, like you said, Grayson Schaefer said, we were talking to him right before we started interviewing him, and he goes, we needed this. We needed, refocus, get our mind off that Dickinson game, where they ended up on the wrong end. And they were all business tonight, Owen. You could see it from the tip, and it showed in a big win for the Magi.
A 30-point victory today for Minot High. We would like to remind you that you're down to your last day to purchase that PSP Network Plus Premier Pass. That's not just for the District 6 girls tournament, which starts on Thursday, but also for all the way through every tournament in one package for $54.99. That's $5 per tournament. You don't want to miss out on the Premier Pass at PSP Network. It's only available for purchase until tomorrow before the games begin. You have all of Wednesday to get that Premier Pass at psp.network. Next time we're on the air, Minot Auditorium. It's postseason basketball, Bryce. TGU against our Redeemers Christian School. Pardon me, Bishop Ryan.
Yeah, we're excited. It's tournament time. We're going to kick it off. Coverage at 2:30 Central Time from the auditorium. I love it. I was there for the playing games a little bit. It was loud already. Exciting times, Owen. Like you said, get your pass. Get ready. We're excited to bring you all the coverage of the tournaments we are doing.
Again, those not available on YouTube and also not available anywhere else but PSP Network Plus. That does it for our planning team financial advisors. Shots Crossroads post-game show tonight. For our great PSP Network crew, my color commentator Bryce Gutnick, I'm Owen Patterson, repeating your final score for the final time. Minot High 95, Jamestown 65. We've got District 6 girls basketball from Minot on Thursday, and also some Division B boys basketball from Garrison as well. Hopefully you join us then, but until then, have a good night, everybody.
Stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair. Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Poise. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here. That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.